Welcome back, everybody, to the Saints franchise here on Madden NFL 23. Super Bowl time. We got the Chiefs against the Detroit Lions. And, of course, me being a Lions guy and one of our top channel contributors, Dalton Jett, is here, guys, to do the offseason with me. We're going to be doing some re-signings of players. We're going to get into free agency. We're going to get into the draft in here, too. And he's a Chiefs guy. So, of course, as we simulate this, we're gonna be able to smack talk through the offseason, guys. So welcome, Dalton. Thank you for joining.
Hey, no problem, man. I'm always happy to join.
So who do you think's gonna win this thing?
This is a tough decision. Definitely gonna go with the Chiefs.
Oh man, well, look at this.
It really hurts me to pick them, because it's a really hard decision. I mean, look at that, Justin Herbert.
Yep. So the Lions in this franchise series, so they ended up getting Herbert in the offseason at one point. They got Rashawn Gary, Gabriel Davis. J-Mo's been awesome as an 85. You got Hutchinson's right there. So this team, Troy Shelton was drafted a year ago out of Florida. They got a good team, man. They have a very, very good team. They've been active in free agency big time. Now you've got your Chiefs, who, of course, with Patty Mahomes, Kelsey's still here pulling that 95, Creed, Thuney, CEH. Got Nick Bolton as an 88. This is going to be tough for my Lions, I think.
Plus, you got to consider Justin Herbert's track record against the Chiefs isn't exactly great.
Yeah, this is true. All right, well, we'll go ahead and simulate this baby up, and then we'll get right past the Super Bowl. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. What do we got? Oh, the Lions lose. 28-23 is your final score. And we'll see what the MVP was. So, 4-time Super Bowl champion now.
Bryce Callahan?
Yeah, that's funny. So, he must have had a pick six, possibly. Maybe. What are you seeing here, Dalton, with quarterback, running back? I want to know what your analysis is here and kind of what we need to possibly focus on with free agency and draft.
Well, I think no matter what we do, I think we have to find an answer at quarterback. Jameis is 31. He's regressing. Kalen Walker just is not the answer to replace him. He's 2 years in. He's only a 67. I think that it's 66 with a negative morale. He just doesn't have the numbers, so I think we have to find an answer at quarterback. And honestly, from what I understand, from what I've seen in the series, the answer at quarterback could be all that we need to get us over that hump.
Right.
I mean, Jameis has played very well.
Yeah, you just look at his numbers here. He's had, compared to where he used to be in his career, he's kind of a middling quarterback. And then, he had that one really, crazy year for Tampa Bay. And ever since he's been in New Orleans here in this franchise series, he's been pretty solid. He's been very, very good. Multiple 4,600, 4,500 yard passing seasons. The QBR is a career best. He's been really good for us, but to your point, he just hasn't gotten it done. And, some of that has to fall on him for sure. I think you're right there. So quarterback does have to be a focus. If not this year, it could be next year. What are you thinking here about running back? Now, Kamara, this is his last year on contract.
I think even if, next year we're to lose Kamara, I think we've got the answer there in Ryan Armstrong. And Donnie Doan is going to be a super solid backup running back. I mean, he's not high rated by any means, but he's got the attributes to, hold himself up. He's got good speed, good acceleration, decent carrying. He has good ball carrier vision. I don't see anything that'll hold him back, and I think Armstrong is good enough to replace Kamara without too much of a beat missing.
I would have to agree with that. I think we just let Kamara walk this year and then just really lean into Armstrong and Donnie Doan going forward. Taysom Hill at fullback. Maybe we might want to look at fullback. I'm not sure if this is his last year on contract or not, but he's an 8-year pro now at this point. And it is. So 2025, his last year. So he's done. Michael Thomas, I think we've already made the decision that I'm letting him go after this year. We've got Olave on the come up. Callaway had an insanely good year. Whitlock, Cade Kwame, Barabalt. We've got, and even Ben Crawford here. So we got some Cajun 6 love in the wide receiver room.
No, for sure. I think we've got some good receivers. I think we need one receiver at some point, whether it's free agency or in the draft. Most likely, since we don't need a top weapon, I say that probably at least one in the draft is probably our goal. We don't really need to sign a free agent, but I think that we could use one extra player in the draft just to continue to keep competition in the wide receiver room.
Tight end position, we got Adam Troutman. We drafted this guy, Eugene Edwards, from Clemson last year, so he was a rookie in year 3. And I like my tight end room. I'm not really looking to really add to that room. I think Troutman was good. I think Eugene Edwards is a boss in the making here. Change of direction 84. Strength is good. His catching is solid right now. Catching traffic, like he does everything that Adam Troutman does, but he's a little bit more athletic.
I think this is Eugene Edwards' position this year. I think he overtakes Troutman at the position. He's more athletic. He's younger. I think he should be the starter this next season anyways. I mean, literally look at that stride for stride. They're almost identical. Yep, almost identical all the way across the board. Catching traffic, spec catch, short route running. They're identical or darn close.
Yeah, and you could probably save some money here too.
And look at that, he's got even better deep route running too.
Left tackle, Trevor Penning's been kind of a disappointment, but every tackle seems like they are in Madden anymore. So I don't think it can get any better there per se. Now, Andrews Pete at 31, he's a 10-year pro. Maybe we might want to look at guard.
Yeah.
Ruiz is the only center on roster. We've got the right guard. Terrence Grigsby was a really solid draft class that you were a part of, actually, the last time that we drafted together. So Grigsby was one of your guys, and he's actually panning out to be pretty darn good. Ramczyk is still here for a little while. So O-line could get fixed. Now, defensively, we've been kind of patchworky right now. We ran into, earlier in this franchise series, we ran into a lot of our cap space was a big issue. So we were really feeling that in season number 2 and season 3. So I'm assuming that in season 4, we're heading into that year. We might kind of get a little bit of relief there. We could probably start adding some more to our defense because right now there's just not a lot of playmakers. It's not a very talented defense, especially on the D line.
I think we're solid at D tackle, but on the edge, definitely need some help. I mean, Kimba Digby's a super solid D tackle. He's just not a pass rusher. Can he? Yes. Is he going to? Probably not. We need him to stop the run. We don't need him to rush the passer. We need to get some guys on the edge. We need to fix, Peyton's a good defensive end. He just hasn't developed. And that hurts. Peyton Turner, I mean, he's 26, but he's only a 75 with negative morale. I mean, I just don't think that's enough. Or I guess a 76.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, he still has that star dev, so it's like you can keep him around for a little while, but to your point,
is he going to get?
You don't want to keep him around forever.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I'm really loving about this squad right now is the young linebacker core. So Dalvin Thornton was a guy we drafted last year. Wasn't really expecting a whole lot from him, but he's not bad with that speed. And then you got Caesar Braun, who is a superstar X Factor at a 72 overall right now. So we drafted him like really late. So his overall is right in the range of being a late round pick, but he's got the it factor, man. He's got the X factor going. And then of course how fast he is in the pursuit. Like he's a pure blitzer, and I'm really excited about where he's going to end up. Middle linebacker, we're struggling right now. We got Chris Barnes and Christian Kirksey. Like, we're old there. Right outside, you've got, of course, Pete Werner. He's going to be around for a while. And then DeMarco Jackson. So, yeah, linebacker is outside linebackers, middle linebackers. It's a weird mix for sure. Cornerback, we're pretty solid, I would think. But there's some room to grow because outside of the top 3, then we have a big drop-off there. Roby is 69. Newton at 65, Maben at 64. What are you thinking here with those last 3 positions there?
I think we need to add a middle linebacker. Chris Barnes is a solid middle linebacker, but he's just not going to take us over that edge there. I think we could add someone in there, maybe get us a little more speed or some better coverage, because neither Werner or Braun are really big cover guys, if I remember correctly. I think they're both on that run-stopping, pass-rushing edge thing. And so we need that. Okay, I guess he's got good coverage. Okay, I'm a little wrong. Not great coverage, though. So I think we could really use that top tier cover middle linebacker if we can find one, because 6470 isn't horrible, but it's not good. So we could try to find that, because I know Braun is not a cover guy. He's got 59 zone coverage.
He's not very good with that. No, he's just
that's not his thing. He's a run stopper and a pass rusher. That's what he does, and he does it very well. And at corner, we've got to get a third corner. Even Alontae Taylor, I think that we can do better. If we have the money available, I think that we could do better. I mean, he's a 26-year-old normal dev at 72 overall. That's kind of rough. Paulson Adebo is a beast, and then obviously we don't even have to talk about the other guy in the corner room. Marshawn Lattimore, just don't even talk about him. We don't have to. We don't need to. He's going to be here. He's going to be here forever.
He's a mainstay for sure.
But now we need a third guy there.
Free safety. We got Marcus May, I think, for another year. He's a star dev. I think he's losing a little bit of steam, losing a little bit of ground there. Actually, this is his last year on contract too. So, L.A. Rowe, is he the guy? You know, do you finally give him the reins?
I think he's the free safety this season. I think we need to let him take control. I could even see us moving Marcus May this offseason and just letting it be L.A. Rowe and L.A. Rowe by himself. L.A. Rowe and Shadon Sprinkle.
We'll see how that rolls. So yeah, we'll definitely give it a shot here. So then of course Tyrann Mathieu, and then Sean Davis is some depth. Then you got Will Lutz and Rigoberto Sanchez. So as far as our draft picks go, we've got just your standard set here. No picks traded away or no picks acquired. So we will pick it round 1 and pick 22. And to be quite honest with you, dude, I think that we might be in a perfect spot for Dio Durant from La Tech. I think that we might be in a good spot for him, man. Look at that. Dio Durant. Round number 1 projected. Round number 2 as well. He's kind of falling in that nice little cushiony spot right there. I'm thinking that that's our guy for cornerback, but we've got so many other needs. It's going to be tough.
But see, the thing is, I don't think we have any legitimate have-to-fill spots. I mean, we could use multiple positions, but I think the way that we can attack this draft with how our needs are falling, we could attack this draft at, taking best player available. We could do BPA in this draft with the needs that we have and not being crucial needs. It's not like we have a 65 at any position starter at the moment. So we don't need to go out and get a specific position, solely. We could use a quarterback. So if one of the good guys is there at our pick, we could do that. We could take Dio. I really like him, but there isn't something that we just absolutely have to get.
Right.
So I think we could do BPA real easy.
This was just a nice little quick rundown of some of the top players from our Cajun Six. Of course, Philip Maynard and William Hayes going to duke it out to see who's going to be the number 1 overall pick. But, of course, Philip Maynard started his career off at Tulane pretty mid and really took over after Jake Matt came over. William Hayes, of course, won a Rose Bowl for La Tech, so that was huge for them. Couple other guys like Patrick Brown, running back, CPU guy. Anybody that's favorited, guys, everybody that's favorited is actually a custom player or someone's coming from the Cajun 6 series. Of course, Huell Humphrey, Joey Strong, Corey Brown, Gene Bell, one of my favorite guys from LSU. He's not a custom guy, but Vern Johnson from UL Monroe, D tackle. So there's some spots that we could possibly take a custom guy. But I'm going to leave that to Dalton to take those players because I know what these dev traits are. Dalton does not. So again, I'm just going to leave it to him. But if I scroll past your guy, cool. I will let you know where he ended up getting drafted, because obviously we can't take everybody. But just a nice little quick little scroll there for the first like three rounds, letting you guys see some of the favorites, some of the custom guys that have been marked. But everybody else that's not marked is going to be just a CPU created guy. So now we're getting into like round 3, round 4. I'm going to actually end up backing out here. So let's go ahead and get into the re-signing phase. And this is going to be a big moment for us, man. It's going to be a big moment for us. See who we can get. And I'm not backing out. I'm not going to cheese it. This is live. Like, it is what it is. We have $110 million in available cap, so that's nice to see. Ian Book is a 63. I'm thinking we let him walk.
Yep.
Fullback, nothing to really work out there. We got Michael Thomas. His re-sign interest is red, it's low, so we'd have to overpay in order to get him. I think it's just time that we let him test the free agents.
Yeah, I mean, I think even $20 million a year, which is what he's asking for, I think is too much. And we'd have to pay him probably 23 to 25 to get him to stay.
Yeah.
And I think that we'd be better off keeping Marquez at that low dollar amount.
We need to try to nab Marquez Callaway. He should be a fairly easy sign here. So I'm thinking he wants, let's go like 3.515. Total of $6 million for 2 years.
Yep.
Sweet. Dylan Soner, 66. That's kind of expensive for a third string tight end.
We can always pick him up later if we want him back. That's my philosophy. In these re-signing stages, signing the guys that are under 70 is honestly too expensive for the most part, when we can sign them for cheaper deals because no one else is going to go after them. Kind of, is it cheesing a little bit? Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not a position of need. Then why keep a lot of these guys? Like $2.5 million for a season. Yeah, keep our backups. Offensive line is a whole different game there. Keep everybody that we can.
Now,
I don't think I'd bring back Pete. I think we bring back Kelly and move on from Pete.
Okay, I'm gonna listen.
Just because he's 31. He's already hit regression. Floyd Kelly is a good backup. I mean, whoever we bring in, he'll help out at least. So,
all right. So we got our left guard. We've decided to let go of Pete and Ruiz. I feel like this is a mainstay guy. You got to bring him back, and that's not just the Michigan man in me saying that, but I think you got to do it.
I mean, there's a little bias to the Michigan part, but not complete.
There we go. Just overpay a little bit. I always like to overpay just a little bit because then like they can't say no. But nothing to worry about there for right guard. Right tackle, Landon Young. I feel like we could do a little bit better, so I'm going to just withdraw there.
Yeah, he's already 28 and he's only a backup. So
Shaka Tony. I kind of liked what he did last year, but I think that's a little expensive.
Yeah, for 27 at 67, we can get him later if we want to bring him back.
Now, this one hurts a little bit because I did like what Bryce Young did for us last year. If we can look at his player card real quick, he had 5.5 sacks, so this was a career high for him. He's only a 5-year pro. It's like, yeah, he wants to get paid, and we do need to solidify the rush. Like, our rush is already bad as it is, so it's...
I mean, we could try bringing him back. 32.8 is a little high for 3 years, but if we think about it, he's only going to be, if we bump him up a bit, he'll be about $12 million a year. That's really not awful for an 80 overall. He's 27 star, so at least he has the dev. I think it'd be worth giving him a shot at offering him. We don't want to overpay him, way overpay him at least, but so we could try.
Yeah. Plus, it's the fact that his interest is so low, though.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to have to overpay.
It's worth a shot to try at least. Yeah, I was about to say bump him up to about 6'3", 5'4", 5'5", something like that.
Let's
And
see
see
if
if
he
he signs
does
it.
that.
If he signs it, good.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
He's gone.
But if anything, we can always try. We can always try bringing him back in the offseason, out in free agency. You never know.
Yep. All right. Well, that means we need to really focus in on just getting somebody in there at our right end spot. Taquan Graham or Charles Snowden. I'm not really familiar with Taquan Graham. I saw more of Snowden than I did of Graham, but let's just take a look at his numbers here. So 83 acceleration. He's pretty strong at 87. Tackling's an 80. What about the pursuit? 75. It's decent. 70, 61. Speed's a little slow. So I'm just going to remember that. 70, 61. And then we're going to go look at Snowden and see what he's bringing to the table. What's he got? So power moves, finesse, speed. He's a lot faster, and he's got more acceleration by a lot. So
well, he's a speed rusher comparatively to Taquan Graham, who's a power rusher.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a speed discrepancy there. It's really hard to...
I think you got to go with Taquan Graham then at that point.
He's a year younger and overall higher. And he's actually has interest in coming back.
All right, let's give him a shot. Chris Barnes is up for negotiation again. What do we want to do with Chris Barnes? He wants a
4-year,
3-year deal.
It's not bad. I think we could bring him back for another couple seasons and see.
Let's try it.
If it works out, it works out.
1.7. All right, 2.7, 1.7. We got Chris Barnes back. All right, let's take a look here. Right outside. Oh, no! Pete Werner. We got to bring him back. I can't let him go.
Yeah, I think we got to try.
Oh, God. That hurts.
3-3, 4-2.
No, Pete Werner. That sucks, man. I love Pete Werner, and I'm an anti-Ohio State man.
Hey, what's that franchise tag cost?
What's that?
What's the franchise tag cost?
1 year at $20 million.
Yeah, no, we'll try to slide him in the offseason.
That's too much. It's too much. All right, so we need to bring back Paulson Adebo. Superstar depth that he just got a couple years ago. You got to bring him back, and I'm willing to overpay. This is sucking, man. Adebo would be $22 million.
I think we just got to try to slide him on the open market. Roby can walk. We don't.
Yeah, we can let go of Roby. He's 33. Maybe not. I'd like to bring back because he's cheap. Ugh, man, that hurts. That one hurts pretty bad. Marcus May, we can let him go because it's LA Rose time, and Tyrann Mathieu wants 2 seasons. I think
12 million. Yeah, I don't see why not. He's still good. He's 91. He's got a superstar that'll hold back the regression. So,
yeah, we get a little trophy too. What do you know? I don't even know what that is. Deal maker. Oh well. All right. So in review, we're letting go of Michael Thomas, Marcus May, Adebo, and Werner. I would love to bring him back if we can. Bryce Huff too. Like these 3 guys we failed on, we whiffed on. Pete, we're not bringing back. Roby, we're not bringing back. Punter, we can do a little bit better, and then the rest of these guys are just depth pieces. So we got $67 million, to work with for our free agents list. All right, so you're thinking we wanted to kind of figure quarterback out, right? That's what we were thinking. So we got Trevor Lawrence is on the market here. Wilson, Bridgewater, Tannehill. Outside of this, there's nothing really there that outside of Trevor Lawrence would it really interest me to say, hey, we got to get quarterback out of free agency.
No, not at all. We might as well just run with Jameis at that point.
Running backs. We could probably draft another guy. I'm not feeling the
Yeah, I
running
think
backs at this
that's
point.
our best bet.
Wide receivers: Michael Thomas, Cooper, Mike Williams. Just really nobody interested right here. We got Richie James Jr. is interested. Jalen Rager. I'm confident in the receiving core that we have. So, with $66.8 million to spend, I feel like maybe. But you said you wanted to focus on a receiver, though. Like maybe we draft somebody, or maybe is there somebody here that's actually interested in us that you like?
Where we're at, I think we just draft someone. I don't think we need to sign one. But Tutu Atwell does look really interesting to me. The only issue I have with him is he's 5'9". He's a little guy. We already kind of have that little like niche receiver. I mean, I know that Marquez is 6 foot, but he fits the same type of role that Tutu does. If we're going to get a receiver, we need to kind of go get that Michael Thomas, big body, go up and get it type receiver, less of another slot small guy.
I would agree with you there because I don't think Chris Olave is that big either. And if we really want him to take down the number 1 role, that's fine. But you still, like you said, you still need another guy to fill in that Michael Thomas role. So yeah, I would agree with you with that. So I mean, if there's nobody here, it doesn't look like there really is. Justin Ross is 6'4", but he's not really interested. So we're gonna bypass that. Tight end, I'm gonna skip tight end. I think we're fine there. Now, as far as left tackle goes,
I don't know if we need to get it here or if we need to get it out of the draft, but we need a guard for sure. Ooh, what do we got there? Ooh, Eric Flowers, 31, old, but he's got interest. His numbers aren't horrible.
He'd be a patchwork guy. Like you could take him and then you could get a guy in the draft too.
Yeah. And he only wants 1 year, so 1 year, about $4 million.
That'd be huge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it would. I think it would definitely help. It's something.
All right, so let's take a look at the edge rushers here and see if there's anything that's gonna really stand out and help us out. So Sebastian Joseph Day, number 2. He's 30.
He's more of a D tackle in our scheme, though.
Yeah, 6'4", 310. Yeah. Other than that, there's not really much there. Dang, I was hoping for.
Yeah, at least not that has interest in us. Because there's a name right at the top that I am very interested in, but he has no interest in us. Right there. Mr. Gregory Rousseau. He just has no interest. I mean, 83, 25 years old, superstar dev.
We could try. We could pay for him.
I mean, bump it up to 15 per year and see if we get him. I mean, there's 7 teams interested. Yeah, but I think he'd be worth 15.
Let's do 8.8.
That's 15 a year, 15.8 a year. So
he says the offer strength is low. Actually, we're at first now.
I mean, 15.8 isn't a bad deal for a decent high tier pass rusher at 25 with a superstar dev.
Yep.
I mean,
yep. And the fact that we've still got $46 million in cap room to spend here too.
JOK, that man could easily play middle.
Oof, he's gonna want 4 years.
Yeah, but he's 25.
Do we trade him for Pete Werner?
Well, I think we could try to get both because JOK can play inside. He's got all the tools to do it, and JOK is a super fast guy.
So we would,
or we could actually slide. We could slide Pete inside. He's a better tackler.
Yeah, he's 90 tackle.
Yeah, because I think JOK is a cover guy. If I remember correctly,
he is. Yeah, he's cover.
Yeah, so we could keep him to the outside and move Pete inside.
I actually like that idea. Yeah.
I mean, he's 6'3", 242. He's more of a middle linebacker anyways.
Right. So he's been playing out of position here. So in totality, if you pay for both of these guys and you get them, we're at 46.8, you're talking about...
That's probably... And then we have to draft the rest of the needs for the most part.
Yeah. So let's do this here. So Pete, what do I got to do to get you in here, man? 4.7 and 4.7. What is that for you? That's 9.4.
Yeah.
9.4 times 3. That's 20. So you're getting paid basically for a whole. So your base offer, you wanted 672 per year. So I'm actually giving you about that same thing for one less year. So I'm paying you for another year that you don't even have to play for me. So take it. Just take it. Okay. Oh, it's not enough.
I mean, yeah, we're touching almost 30 million over the contract term.
Right.
Maybe we get it up to 30. Maybe that's what we have to do. Get him to 30.
Oh.
Maybe that'll bump us above the Lions. I know it's a kind of feels like an overpay, but he's done so well in the series. Yeah. It's hard to not want to pay him.
And people love him. The people love him.
Hey, we're at the top now.
So we're down to 37.3 now for our cap. Now for JOK, we wanted 11.3 per year. So now we're at about 11.8 at this point. So 6.6, 6.3. So that's 12.9. 12.9 per year. It's going to be a toss-up.
Oh. Hello?
Oh, Max Kelly.
6'3", 195 with 95 speed.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude. He's a custom guy.
What is that?
He's amazing.
That is cracked.
Max Kelly, dude. Oh, God, we need that. We need that.
How is he a free agent?
I took over somebody that wasn't. I made a mistake that he was supposed to be in the draft class, and I didn't include him on accident. So I made it up to him by making him a boss. I didn't know that he was going to be in a free agency, though. Ugh. That hurts because you got a Debo sitting there, at 17.7, But then you got Max Kelly just sitting there.
I mean, what's the best way to make it up to someone that you forgot to?
Yeah, you got to go after him, don't you? Yeah. 5 years. 5 years at 12.6 is what he wants. 12.6. We're at 25.5.
Guess we'll see. I mean, I don't feel like we should be middle of the pack with an $18.5 million offer, but
no,
I guess we'll see.
So we've targeted Kelly, JOK, Russo, Werner, and Flowers. So that's our 5 active negotiations right now. God, would this be a huge haul?
Oh, we'd make out like bandits. Oh, you can just eval in there, right?
Uh-oh. Did they sign? Oh, so we got Russo,
Werner, and Flowers, but we didn't get the other two, the 2 big ones.
Max Kelly goes to the Jets.
Jet?
Dang it. That
what
hurts.
About JOK?
Then,
no. Yeah, oh. Okay. But we got Werner back.
Yep.
And we got Greg Rousseau.
Michael Thomas going to the Seahawks. Mixon going to the...
Oh. That's a nasty combo in Seattle. Him and DK?
The Rams. Bryce Huff, we lost him to Dallas. Quandre Diggs. All right, so I don't see a Debo. Debo didn't sign yet. All right, so then that means we can go after him again. So if we trade Kamara, there's no penalty.
We could also trade Peyton Turner. $14.4 million clear off the books.
Or we could move him to right end and be... Yeah, tough call. I think we try to trade Kamara. What do you think?
I mean, I think we could. I think it's a good idea. We have his replacement, his heir apparent. I don't think we necessarily need him when we can draft a running back this year, too.
I think that's what we should do. We should go give him to Detroit.
I'm okay with that. Or Tennessee, too. So our options are Tennessee and Detroit. I mean, at least this way he goes to the AFC if we send him to Tennessee.
Yeah. Are there any defensive players that we could nab from them? What if?
Yeah, what if?
Kamara
Him
for
and Greg
Simmons.
Rousseau, that'd be a whole different D-line.
Oof. That'd be nasty. Oof. You know what? I think we should try it.
Yeah. I mean, I think
They're
it's
not
a
going to give up
worthwhile
round pick. They're not going to do that. So let's try this. You want to try
worst thing
this?
they can do is say no.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
Kamara goes to the Titans. We get Jeffrey Simmons and their round 2 pick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And we got Cap. Let's go.
I'm kind of, my mind is kind of blown. Wow, 51 million?
Yeah, but see, we should have done that before free agency because then we would have been able to afford these guys.
Yeah.
Gotta get a Debo back. You wanted 5.9. We'll give you 7. How about that? Huh? Are we number 1 yet for you? No?
No,
Not even
we're not even
close?
on the top. God,
Paulson.
they've got to be paying him a ton.
Paulson. This is getting out of control, man. Come on. Come on. There you go. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Could that be the ammunition that we need to go get Philip Maynard or William Hayes?
So looking at our end spots, we've now got Rousseau, Turner, and then Simmons. That's nasty. That's nasty. Because then you got the defense tackle. You got Digby and Tremblay, who were really good last year, too. Oof, that D-line just got a lot better. That's going to kind of hide the linebacker problems that we have. And then cornerbacks now, it's pretty much the same group there as last year. So I feel like we need to draft somebody for sure.
No doubt.
Right on that. Use that extra draft capital to go move up to get a quarterback.
I mean, I think we could definitely try in the draft. You know, where are we looking? Go to mock draft 4 real quick. See what's. I know these aren't very accurate usually. At least mock draft 5 is usually really accurate. See, look at that. Not a single one in the top 5 at the moment. Oh wow, we could slide in at 10 and go get our choice. I don't know. I don't think 10 would be too hard to get there. Holy crap. He hasn't even went by 22.
They don't even have William Hayes. William Hayes is apparently not around.
Luke Vinskov is a first-round pick.
That's crazy. Did you see William Hayes? I didn't see Hayes.
I didn't see him either. I saw Philip Maynard, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oop, 5th-year options here. What do we got? Chris Olave's contract is set to expire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this really a question?
Yes. I should ask him, what do you think?
Hey, Captain Obvious. We just let Michael
If you
Thomas
said no, you've probably been fired. Trevor Penning, yes. That's a yes.
Agreed.
Carmichael, Cortland Dillon, Bishop, Crutchfield, Maynard. And still no. Wow.
Oh.
Look at this. Stephen Flynn is going to be taken ahead of William Hayes.
I need to know my quarterbacks, all right? Full scout William Hayes.
You want to do Flynn for a little bit because he's at 85.
Yeah, we're gonna do both. Flynn and Hayes. I want every single scratch of detail that I can get.
Between Maynard, Hayes, and Flynn?
Let's leave off Maynard. He's almost guaranteed to be top 5. Let's do Turner.
Okay.
That'll get me my quarterback. Yep.
Round 1 talent for Hayes. Top 5 talent for Flynn.
Ooh. Let's look at that combine.
So Hayes' combine.
4.7. He's weak. He's good about everything else. His 3-cone's a little iffy, but 3-cone's not really that important for quarterback. A awareness, A medium, A short, A deep, or B deep, B play action. Okay.
And then Stephen Flynn.
He's a little slower. He's stronger. He's a little worse in the other categories as well, but he's a quarterback, so it's not that huge of a deal. B awareness, B play action, A deep, A medium, B short, A under pressure. That is a huge deal. What about scouting? Abandons initial reads in favor of the check down. Beautiful spiral on all of his passes. Gets rid of the ball. I mean, you're playing with him, so it's not a huge deal. But fast flick of the wrist throwing motion. That's nice.
Flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist.
And let's see what Pat Turner is bringing to the table here.
Round 2-3 talent. Slow.
So basically, you could wait. If you don't get to your other guys, you could wait.
I mean, I think if any of the top 3 guys fall past 15, we might move up a couple spots to go get one of them. Because I think this is a top 3 quarterback draft. I don't think the 4th guy is good enough.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, Saints draft. Here we go, baby. I like to pause the draft, then I can just skip ahead. So the Chicago Bears, what are we doing here? Timmy Carmichael. That was the projected number 1 on the mock right there. Dylan goes second. Bishop.
Yep.
Now here's the moment of truth. Is this going to be Philip Maynard? I think it might be because he's just too good to pass up right now. He should have been the number 1 overall pick.
This is supposed to be a defensive end.
There it is.
It's a defensive end. They're in Crutchfield.
Now the Falcons are up.
They're supposed to take one of them.
Oh, God. See, this is the problem now because we should have probably tried to move up with Tennessee. That way we could take that quarterback because we know we want one. Now it's an interdivisional opponent taking a high-end quarterback here.
But there's 3 guys that are all super solid.
Philip Maynard.
That's fine. We knew that was going to happen.
There he goes. We're going to have to deal with Maynard in the NFC South now. That sucks. Cheryl's.
Was that back-to-back Cheryl?
What's that?
Was there 2 Cheryls back-to-back?
I think there was because I freaked out a little bit. I'm like, what?
I got confused for a second because it said Cheryl still, and I was like, wait, what?
Patrick Brown from our Cajun 6 series, Army. Jose Gore. I don't know that. But Gene Bell goes to Pittsburgh. Again, one of my favorite CPU guys from LSU. Tommy Rivero.
Where are we at? Hold on. Where are we at? What pick is this, 16?
16.
They're both still there, so we stand pat.
Yep. We have pick 22, so we got 6 picks left. See, the thing is, if we take a quarterback right here, you have to play him over Winston.
Oh, no, the quarterback we're taking is playing. I'm not drafting a first-round quarterback for him not to play. That's my philosophy.
Terrence Evans, Joey
I'm not
Strong. So we've had a nice little run on Cajun 6 receivers. John Mulligan, Vern Johnson, out of UL Monroe. He might have been the first UL Monroe player drafted in the first round. Right there. Vern the Tank Johnson, defensive tackle. All right. The Commanders, they have Jake Matt, and they're going Dio Durant. God, no.
We did. That's not what we were doing anyways. But it was.
God, but I've loved Dio Durant ever since I made him, man. I've loved him. He's been awesome.
Cajun Dio Durant fan. Trust me, I am.
That sucks, but whatever. I just want to see the offers. I want to play. I want to play with it. So this is 2025. If we moved with the Bills, we'd get a lot of draft capital for next year.
Horrible.
If you move with Minnesota, you move back 5 slots and you get a round 3 and a round 4. If you move with San Fran, you get picked 66, so you go way up the board compared to Minnesota, but you do drop back 12 spots from where we're at right now.
Oh, Miami. 2 spots.
So you only move back 2 spots.
Pick up a third.
Pick up a third.
The Seahawks aren't taking a quarterback, and I don't think Miami is either.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, Miami's on the clock. Who are they going to take? Skip ahead. Huell Humphrey. Really good right guard for the Raging Cajuns. Now it's our pick.
Oh. All right.
So now we got more selections in the back end here, actually mid-round. But, all right, so Dalton, you are of the thought that we want to go quarterback.
I think that's our best bet. We have 2 super good quarterbacks available for us.
So the question now is that do you go with the community player, which is William Hayes, or do you go with the CPU guy, Stephen Flynn? Stephen Flynn is 6'1".
You said he won a national championship, right?
He did. He won the national championship, yeah. But William Hayes has shown a lot. He is 6'3".
What's that? Fast over the top.
He can run a little bit.
I think they're both about the same in that ballpark, though. They're about the same. One is better at deep and medium. The other one's better at short and medium. But that throw under pressure at being an A compared to a C,
it has been an issue for Jameis Winston, I can say that.
And I'm pretty sure there's not much of a discrepancy between the two there, between Flynn and Hayes, when it comes to speed or athleticism. I think William Hayes tested a little better in the stuff that really doesn't matter. But I think in terms of speed and acceleration, I think Flynn is on par with Hayes. Flynn's a little smaller, 2 inches shorter, about 20 pounds lighter.
Well, my friend, it is on you because you're the advisor. So you have to decide.
You just want to blame somebody else. All right. Well, I think we have to take the national champion. I think we got to go with Stephen Flynn.
Okay. That will be the pick. Stephen Flynn, you will be a New Orleans Saint, and you will likely be our starter this year. So he's a normal dev. He actually should be a star dev. Actually, this was a screw up. Actually, he should be a superstar dev. If I remember, he won a natty. He wasn't an award winner. Actually, you know what happened here when I made the draft class? I couldn't change the star levels because
there was too many.
Yep. So we will go in and we will change Stephen Flynn. He's supposed to be a superstar dev. That much I can tell you because he was a national championship winner. He was a statistical leader as a quarterback. And I'll throw this up on the screen right now to prove it to you guys. But yeah, so he does not need to be a normal, actually. He needs to be a little higher than that. But Stephen Flynn is our boy. Number 13. Lucky 13. We'll give him a little drip too. Because he doesn't look good right now. All right. So let's keep going here. Adam Stevens going to the Colts. And none of these guys were Cajun 6 players. Whenever I see Denver, I get weird.
Luke Vinskoff.
Because of the HFL. But Luke Vinskoff going to the runners-up. So congratulations to you. The fullback getting taken number 1, getting in the first round. Israel Israelovich. Custom player. William Hayes goes to Chicago. How fitting.
Oh, well, he's going to compete with Fields. And we're up.
All right. Who we got next?
Let's see. We need a middle linebacker, right?
We're going to move Pete Werner over to middle.
Right? But we didn't get an outside guy, though.
We got Chris Barnes there. We could put Pete Werner over there to middle, but then we would need an outside linebacker for sure.
Okay, let's go look at linebackers real quick.
Okay.
Doesn't matter outside or inside. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, go to middle. Okay, that looks a lot better. Ooh, look at these zone coverage as a middle linebacker.
Want to look at left?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ainge is pretty good looking though. Bunch of A's.
He definitely good. But the problem I have is what I think with someone like Ainge is he's got that C zone coverage. So basically, we're going to be drafting exactly what we have.
Right.
And that's the only
another Caesar Braun.
Yeah. But I think a C might even be higher than what Caesar is. Let's look at his athleticism. Lots of traits.
4.6 could be a little faster, but
yeah, but it's not bad. He's got great speed, good acceleration, A pursuit, A tackle, great jumping. I don't know. I mean, we could do worse.
Yeah, you're at the point in the draft in the second round here late. It's like, what are we really looking for here?
Oh man, Austin Hackett looks really good, except for the fact that he has no block shitting.
What about this James?
This guy looks solid. Oh, 4.5. That's not bad. Decently strong. A awareness, B zone, B tackle. That pursuit is a little weak spot, but remember, look at Austin Hackett real quick.
4.5.
Oh,
he's actually got some pretty good numbers. Look at that broad jump.
Yeah, that dude, he's an athletic freak. The only issue is that block shedding. But he's a cover guy, which is what we need.
Yeah, we can shoot him out there right outside. Let's go with more.
Let's do it. I'm okay with that.
Right.
We're not sacrificing much.
Oh,
hitting them 87 speed too.
Let's go. Nice pick,
6'3",
man.
243 is a big boy too. Hell yeah. Calvin White. Pat Turner goes to the Jets.
Next pick is round. Actually, that was round number 1. My bad.
Nope, that was round 2, pick 4.
Oh, round 2. Yep. Okay. So their next pick is round 2, pick 22. Marcus Thompson goes to the Buccaneers. Yep. Okay. Houston Harris going to the Cardinals. It's a good fit for him.
I'm telling you right now, if he was there, we were going to take him.
Oh, he's a beast, dude. He is an absolute beast. 6'7", tight end.
I'm telling you, if he was there when we go to pick right now, we were taking him. There was no option.
This might be the time to take a running back. Look at the guys that we have available here.
We really don't have a need. We don't have another need, so this would be the time to do it.
Like if you think about like wide receiver,
there's not much there.
Mid-rounds now, and there's nothing that like stands out. There's Jimmy Moore, like later, but like his catching's terrible, but release is good. Catching traffic.
You can't trust F catching. That's the thing. That's one thing I've learned is F catching really doesn't mean anything. But I like Hayden White, but he's later. I like his
he's
numbers.
Only 6 foot tall though.
Good trucking, spin move isn't a huge deal. He's a decent pass blocker too.
Terrible. Dennis Tyree, national championship winner.
No, he was the loser. Remember, he was on Miami, right?
No, he's.
Is this the Miami guy? Okay. Oh, okay. A pass block. Look at that. Woo! We don't know much else. He's got a decent break tackle. His juke is not good, neither is his spin. But is that really that relevant? I mean,
Then you got D Monet.
oh man, look at that speed.
Project running back.
We do need a backup center.
That's hard to pass up.
Yeah, that's a pretty good combine.
That's really hard to pass up. And like he could probably play guard since he's agile. He should be able to play guard at that point.
Look at that
I forgot about Mac.
Oh, nope. Take Mac Chapman right now. Send it.
He's a round 3, round 4.
That's fine. Look
you
at
like
that.
him better than Andritz?
40, man. I don't know, man.
Guess,
That's hard to pass up. Plus, we know what his pass block and run block is. That's an A and a B. Andritz's
right.
pass block is an E, man.
Is this your pick?
Do you think he makes it to our next pick?
I'm not saying anything. You have to decide.
No. You can't decide for me, but you can answer a question like, do you think Mac Chapman makes it to our next pick?
Well, let's see where he's at. He doesn't show up until 56.
Fuck it, let's take Tyree. We're going to wait on Chapman.
Oh, man. Okay. Dennis Tyree to be RB number 3. He could be RB2, depending on if he's better than Donnie Dome. But, oh, my God. Look at you.
It's almost like I'm good at this or something.
Yeah. 91 speed, change of direction's pretty solid, too. Andritz is gone.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to last much longer.
So what we're playing for is we're playing for Mac Chapman. Hackett's going to the Broncos. They just can't get enough of that last name, I guess. Monet is going to the Niners. We got Titans going with Formulatia.
He should be the starter there if he's any good.
Aiden Hodge going to the Pats. Don't want to go too fast because then I'll freaking skip my pick. Clay Daniel going to the Cardinals. He was that quarterback from Miami in the Natty. Jesse George never got playing time at all at Tulane, but he's going to get taken here in the 3rd to Dallas. Yep. John Hill Jr. never got to play either for Southern, but he's going to get drafted. Damian Tucker staying in Ohio. He's going to back up Joey Burrow. There you go.
He made it.
He made it. He made it. Is that what we're going with?
Let's do it. Send it.
Okay. Mac Chapman. Here we go. That's our pick. And he's another hidden dev.
Man.
You're ridiculous. Habsburg. We still got Darren Hull.
Oh, that's the big boy, isn't he?
You're eyeing him a little bit.
Let's look at his combine.
Whose combine?
Hull.
All right. 4.5, but big guy. You know, I remember when 4.5 was actually pretty sought after. Like, you know, it was good, but 4.4 was like coveted. Now it's like 4.2 is coveted. It's like,
yeah. Oh, he ran a 4.2, drafted number 1 overall.
We got so much depth at receiver, though.
4.4 guys.
We have so much depth at receiver. It's just kind of pointless, I think. But now you're getting into day 3s. So this is pretty much the last of the customs here.
Let's. I like Habsburg. His numbers there: finesse move, power move, and tackling. all high. So he'd be a pass rusher in the middle.
How big is he? 6'1"?
3 something.
Yeah, he's a little small.
I mean, he's got the weight. He's just not tall.
We do need a little bit more linebacker depth. I can say that for sure.
He's not slow. He's got decent jumping. His athletic stuff at the bottom is nice. Yeah, good speed.
Little bit of a project, it looks like, physically.
Little less athletic. Not much though. Let's go with Figueroa.
Okay. He's our man.
I think
two
he's
linebackers.
I like the football.
That's all right, though. It's all right. He's a little project, but I think we'll be okay. We already got our linebacker earlier. Anyway. All right, Habsburg's going to go to the Colts. And until that last custom goes off the board, then I'll just start simulating. But Kyle Stiles going to Minnesota. He also didn't play out at Tulane. I believe that would be the last custom off the board, other than kickers. Can you look at like your favorites? Yeah. Okay, so we do. Here's a list of customs that are still available, guys. So we got Franklin, White, McBride, Byron O'Brien, Jimi Hendrix, JoJo O'Malley, and Cannon Walker. So those are the customs that are left on the board. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, this could just shore up the linebacker situation, even though he's, you know, that could hold us off for a little while. Oh, Jimi Hendrix, there he goes. Cardinals love our customs.
Can't say I blame them.
Next pick.
Hey, that's Ted Bundy's brother.
God.
Jeremiah Bundy.
What is it? DeMar Bolden, 6'3", runs a 4.4.
Oh, fast. Strong.
Look at the difference in the college pro day versus the combine. So we had 9 reps at combine, and then in the pro day jumps up to 3rd. But Hayden White, dude, like he's not the most talented guy, but he's got that Wes Welker thing going on, man. He's just that gritty.
Send it. Take him.
I think he's a star, Dev.
91 change of direction. I like it.
Round 6.
Take DeMar. Even if he's a bust.
92 speed, 86. That's fine. Like we need another
at 6'3", man.
Yep.
I don't think there's much left, right? How much do we have left for customs?
We have 2 kickers, and I think that strong safety. Brandon, McBride, O'Malley, and Walker.
There's McBride.
Actually. Yeah, he went to Cincinnati. All right, we got our next pick. We're going to go take our kicker, right?
Yep, let's get our kicker.
I'm so sorry, Byron.
It's O'Malley all the way.
What's that?
It's JoJo O'Malley all the way. D kick accuracy? Yeah, we're not taking that guy.
Who's that?
The other guy had D kick accuracy.
Oh, Walker? Yeah, he was... Like, we saw him in Cajun 6. Like, he just barely ever got anything on it. So, JoJo's our
88
man.
Hours doable.
Oh, Ryan O'Keefe.
Wait, you didn't even hard him? Wow.
That's your guy. We needed a linebacker.
You had one.
We could have taken it right there.
One job.
Oh, man. We could have taken it right there.
Mm-hmm. And then just...
Oh, man. We'll trade for him.
Mm-mm. Nope, it's fine.
And Mr. Irrelevant will be...
It's just really fun.
We don't know.
No,
we don't know who Mr. Irrelevant was. All right. Time to take a look at our recap, see what everybody was rated. So Stephen Flynn is a 77 overall and a hidden dev quarterback. So he will be duking it out against Jameis Winston in preseason. So that'll be fun. James Moore was a 71. Tyree is 73. Chapman is 74. That's really good value late. Figueroa is going to be a project. You got Franklin's a 62. Definite project between those two Tulane linebackers. But White's a 68 and Bolden's a 64. Not bad. And then O'Malley, 71. So good, fairly good draft class, I thought. So good job, Dalton, for taking our players here.
You're welcome.
I did want to see what our boy here, Ryan O'Keefe, was rated. He's a 61.
Oh, yeah, no, they can have him.
Because he was a 77 in Cajun 6, and I'm like, I'm not going to get him into the 50s. That's just mean. But a couple of notable players I did want to focus on a lot of our Cajun 6 guys. So Maynard's a 76. So Flynn's better than he is. Wow.
Uh-huh.
We got some pretty good
Sherrills. Look, free safety outside linebacker. There's two of them.
What's that?
That's fun. The two Sherrills.
Oh, Sherrills. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. That actually happened. Tommy Rivero, 74. Evans, 74. Strong.
Dean Bell was a 76.
Yep, had a good run of Cajun 6 guys right there. Vern Johnson, 72. Dio Durant, a 75. Man, this one hurts. This one stings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Dio Durant man. And I thought we were going to grab him. But next pick, Huell Humphrey, because we traded out. Then Stephen Flynn is 77. Yeah, I think, is Flynn the best player of the draft? No. Sherrills, Vinskov, White, and there's Flynn. That's crazy good value. Look at that. We got him 24th, and he was a top 5 value. Wow. Mm-hmm. William Hayes ended up being a 76 with 78 speed.
Yeah, just a little bit faster.
He's going to be pretty solid, I think. But what sucks for him is that now he's got to fight off Justin Fields.
70.
So he's no stranger to it. You know, he did this stuff over at La Tech where they actually started Formulatia over him, and he ended up being the better player. So he's got a little feistiness inside of him. I like it, but Calvin White was pretty darn good. 79. You got Turner's a 72. Marcus Thompson, running back from Miami. Houston Harris was a 74.
Yeah, he'd been our starter.
Yeah, he's gonna be a boss.
Demo Name was a 74. Not really that much of a project.
92 speed. Yeah, so the scouting department kind of failed us with Monet.
Mm-hmm.
Round 6, round 7, it is what it is. But all right, well, that is it for the draft, everybody, and the off season. We did that in what?
2 hours.
2 hours. I'm not going to post the whole entire video. Obviously, I'll make some edits. So if there's a couple things that maybe you guys that were watching felt like were a little disjunct, that's probably why. But yeah, I thought that this was a successful off season. So thank you again for Dalton to being the advisor here this round for this year. You know, in season 1, season 2, did the same things because when I create the prospects inside the draft classes, I know exactly what their ratings are. Like I knew if they were any good or not, and I especially knew their their dev traits. So I do have to go in and edit a couple guys like Flynn. I'm not just going to focus on our Saints, but I'm going to focus on some guys that I might have missed that were taken by the CPU. But for the most part, I did them correctly, but I got to take a look at that and see if they're all done. But yeah, I mean, we got our quarterback for the future. I know this has been kind of a topic that a lot of people were talking about in the comment section. They were really thinking like, why is Jameis Winston still here? It's because, well, he's been pretty good. He hasn't been bad for us. But you just take a look and kind of see like what each guy does. Like look at Flynn and how he compares to Jameis Winston. They're not really all that different. Like short throw, Winston's a little bit better. Medium and deep, they're obviously Flynn's better medium, but deep range they're right there. Throw on the run, it goes to Winston all day. Throw under pressure, Winston. Break sack, Winston. Play action, Winston. But he's got 10 years on Stephen Flynn. So yeah, that player tag is correct. Quarterback of the future, day one starter. And now Winston is classified as a bridge quarterback and a mentor. And I think, Dalton, you were right. I think it is time to move on. He's only going to regress from here. And we haven't gotten it done in the window that he's given us. We made it to the Super Bowl in year number 1 and we didn't win it. And then ever since then, we've been kind of slowly trickling out of the playoffs. Year 2, we made it to, I think, the conference championship game or the divisional round. And now this year we ended up losing to the Packers in the wild card. So it's like every year we're just starting to see a little bit more and more and more regression. So, but I'm looking forward to the season, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. And I will see you for some more preseason action for our New Orleans Saints franchise. And then before you know it, we're going to get right into season number 4. And I might end up moving this series over to Twitch. I possibly could move it over to Twitch just because the YouTube algorithm and everything that's going on with that. Like, I think this channel really needs to be dedicated to MLB The Show and just really pounding out that baseball stuff on this channel alone. And all the other things that I'd like to do, we can move that over to Twitch possibly. Just get it off the algorithm, get it off the channel. Sucks to say that because this entire channel's existence has basically been college football, Madden, baseball, MLB. It's always what it's always been. And now we're here in this situation where we got to start talking about moving things off and cutting things, and it sucks, but that's the way YouTube is being run. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and comments about how you think Dalton and I did with the draft in the offseason. And, of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.